Let's explore 7 habits that completely reshaped my life within just 1 week. Yes, you heard correctly, 1 week. It might sound too good to be true, but these aren't the usual tips you find everywhere. These are genuine, down-to-earth habits that I personally incorporated into my daily routine. I faced the challenges, breakthroughs, and victories, and the transformation was nothing short of amazing. I'm excited to share these with you because they've had such a profound impact on my life, and I believe they can do the same for you. Whether you want to enhance your productivity, boost your mental health, or make positive changes in your daily life, these habits can guide you. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's dive right in. Trust me, you'll want to stay until the end because these habits aren't just theories, they're practical, actionable steps you can start using today. Plus, I'll share some personal stories and insights from my journey, giving you a raw and honest look at how these habits worked for me. So, let's get started. 1. Getting up early. The first habit that changed my life was waking up early. Honestly, I wasn't a morning person at all. My bed was my sanctuary, and I hit the snooze button more times than I can count. Mornings were chaotic, and I often felt like I was starting the day on the wrong foot. But I decided to give waking up early a chance, and it turned out to be a game changer. I began by setting my alarm for 5 a.m. The first few days were tough. I felt groggy and wondered if it was worth it. But by the 3rd day, something incredible happened. I started to enjoy the quiet and stillness of early mornings. There was something almost magical about being up before the world, when everything was calm. With these extra hours, I had time for things I'd never had time for before. I began my day with some light exercise like stretching or a short jog, which energized me for the rest of the day. I also spent a few moments meditating and setting my intentions. This small practice made a big difference in my mindset and productivity. Another unexpected benefit was that I no longer felt rushed. I could enjoy a healthy breakfast, sip my coffee slowly, and plan my day. This relaxed start set a positive tone for the entire day. One memorable experience was watching the sunrise from my balcony. The beauty of the changing sky made me feel grateful and peaceful. It was then that I truly understood the power of waking up early. It may not be for everyone, but I encourage you to try it. Start with just 15 minutes earlier than usual and gradually increase it. You might be surprised by the positive impact it has on your life. It's not just about having more hours in the day, but using them to create a more mindful and fulfilling start. 2. Daily exercise. Daily exercise was the second habit that transformed my life. I wasn't always the most active person. I'd find every excuse to avoid working out: too tired, no time, or I'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? But one day, I decided to commit to moving my body every day for a week, and the results were incredible. I started small, just 20 minutes a day, mixing yoga, jogging, and strength training to keep it interesting. The first few days were tough, with sore muscles and exhaustion, but I reminded myself why I was doing this: to feel better, both physically and mentally. By the 4th day, something amazing happened. I woke up feeling more energized and my mood improved drastically. Those 20 minutes of exercise weren't just about burning calories. They were about focusing on myself, relieving stress, and boosting my mood. One morning, I went for a jog on a crisp day and felt a sense of freedom and clarity I hadn't experienced in a long time. I also saw physical change, improved posture, increased strength, and better overall fitness. But the biggest change was in my mindset. Exercise became my time to disconnect from the world and reconnect with myself. Yoga, in particular, was a pleasant surprise. It taught me to be present, breathe deeply, and listen to my body. Incorporating daily exercise helped me realize that taking care of my body had a direct impact on my mental health and happiness. It's not about perfection or pushing yourself too hard. It's about finding a form of movement you enjoy and making it a regular part of your life. If you're struggling to get started, begin small, find an activity you like, and gradually build up. The benefits will be well worth the effort. 3. Journaling. The third habit is journaling. I used to think journaling was for those with a lot of free time or who were naturally introspective. I was skeptical. Who has time to sit down and write about their day with so much going on? But after a week of consistent journaling, my perspective shifted completely. I began with just 10 minutes each night before bed, using a plain notebook and a comfortable pen. No fancy apps, no pressure to be perfect. I started by noting how my day went, what made me happy, and what I struggled with. As days went by, I dove deeper, writing about my goals, fears, dreams, and insecurities. It was like having a conversation with myself. I noticed patterns in my thoughts and realized some worries were out of my control, while others were areas where I could take action. One night, after a stressful day at work, writing helped me process my emotions better. I noted what stressed me out, how it made me feel, and what I could do differently next time. This simple reflection helped me gain clarity and feel more in control. Tracking my progress, noting small victories, and maintaining a gratitude section in my journal also made a difference. Writing about a random act of kindness from a stranger made me feel grateful and inspired me to pay it forward. Journaling became a form of therapy, a way to untangle thoughts and emotions. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend starting. Don't worry about writing perfectly, just express whatever comes to mind. You might be surprised by the clarity and peace it brings into your life. 4. Mindful eating. Next is mindful eating. This was significant for me because I used to eat on the go, barely noticing what or how much I consumed. Meals were often rushed and distracted, eaten while scrolling through my phone or working on my laptop. I didn't realize how much this affected my well-being until I decided to try mindful eating for a week. Mindful eating is about paying full attention to the experience of eating, savoring each bite, noticing flavors, textures, and even sounds. I started by setting a nice dining table, clearing away distractions like my phone and laptop, and taking a few deep breaths before each meal. Initially, it felt strange, but it soon became a calming ritual. I noticed how much more I enjoyed my food. Foods I'd eaten countless times before suddenly had new, delightful flavors. For example, the crunch of fresh vegetables and the sweetness of ripe fruit were more pronounced. Eating slowly also made me feel more satisfied. I gave my body time to signal when it was full, which helped me naturally eat less and feel more content. One memorable moment was enjoying a bowl of oatmeal slowly, savoring its creamy texture and subtle sweetness. It set a positive tone for my day. I also noticed how different foods affected me. Processed foods made me feel sluggish, while fresh, whole foods made me feel energized. This awareness led me to make healthier choices naturally. Mindful eating also made me recognize when I was eating out of boredom or stress rather than hunger. One evening, instead of grabbing dessert, I had a warm cup of herbal tea, realizing I wasn't truly hungry. This small victory highlighted how mindful eating can be powerful. It helped me develop a healthier relationship with food, improved digestion, and enhanced my overall well-being. Start with one mindful meal a day. Sit down without distractions. Savor each bite and pay attention to how the food makes you feel. This practice can significantly enrich your eating experience and reconnect you with your body. 5. Reducing screen time. The fifth habit is reducing screen time. This was challenging for me, and it might be for many of you too. We live in a digital world, and it's easy to get lost in social media, binge-watching shows, or checking emails. But I realized that too much screen time was affecting my mental health, productivity, and sleep. So I set some boundaries. I started by limiting non-work-related screen time to just 1 hour a day, no mindless scrolling, no endless YouTube marathons, and no late-night TV. It was tough at first. I was used to filling every spare moment with screens, but I knew I needed a change. The first thing I noticed was how much more time I had. I rediscovered old hobbies and interests I'd neglected. I picked up a book, started drawing again, and even tried cooking new recipes. One evening, instead of watching TV, I went for a walk in the park. The fresh air, nature sounds, and simple act of moving felt rejuvenating. It was a stark contrast to the usual screen-induced lethargy. Another significant change was in my sleep quality. I used to scroll through social media or watch videos before bed, which often left me restless. By limiting screen time before bed, I found it easier to wind down and sleep better. I started a bedtime routine without screens, reading a book, meditating, or reflecting on my day. This change led to deeper, more restful sleep and improved my energy levels. I also felt less anxious and more present. Without constant news updates and social media comparisons, I felt more connected to myself and my real-life relationships. Reducing screen time can be challenging, but start by setting small goals and gradually build up. It's about finding balance and reclaiming time for activities that genuinely enrich your life. 6. Setting goals. Habit 8 is goal setting, which played a significant role in my personal development journey. For a long time, I had vague ideas about what I wanted to achieve, but lacked a clear plan. I decided to set specific, actionable goals for the week, and it made a huge difference in my focus and motivation. I started by writing down my goals, breaking them into smaller, manageable tasks. Instead of setting broad goals like get fit or be more productive, I set specific targets such as exercise for 30 minutes daily and complete a project report by Friday. This approach made my goals more achievable and less overwhelming. I also created a visual reminder of my goals by using a whiteboard and sticky notes. Each day, I would review my goals, track my progress, and adjust my plans if needed. One day, as I checked off a completed task, I felt a surge of accomplishment. Seeing my progress visually was motivating and encouraged me to keep going. Setting goals also helped me stay organized and focused. I was less likely to get sidetracked by distractions or procrastination because I had a clear roadmap of what I needed to achieve. Set specific, measurable goals and break them down into smaller tasks. Create a system for tracking your progress and celebrate your achievements along the way. With clear goals and a structured plan, you'll find yourself more motivated and driven to reach your objectives. 7. Connecting with nature. Connecting with nature was another habit that had a profound impact on my well-being. I had always enjoyed outdoor activities, but I rarely made time for them amidst a busy schedule. I decided to prioritize time in nature and noticed significant improvements in my mood and overall health. I started by incorporating short walks into my daily routine. Whether it was a stroll through a nearby park or a hike in the woods, spending time outdoors became a cherished part of my day. One morning, I went for a walk along a nature trail. The crisp air, the sound of rustling leaves, and the sight of vibrant flowers created a sense of peace and rejuvenation. I felt more grounded and connected to the world around me. Another aspect of connecting with nature was practicing mindfulness during outdoor activities. I focused on being present in the moment, appreciating the beauty of my surroundings and engaging all my senses. This mindful approach enhanced my experience and deepened my connection with nature. I also explored new outdoor activities, such as gardening and birdwatching. Gardening allowed me to engage with nature on a more personal level, nurturing plants and observing their growth. Birdwatching became a relaxing hobby that brought a sense of wonder and joy. One particularly memorable experience was watching the sunset from a scenic viewpoint. I hope these 7 Stoic habits that changed my life in just 1 week have inspired you to make meaningful changes in your own routine. If you found this video valuable, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the amazing insights and tips we have coming your way. Feel free to share this video with friends or family who might benefit from these life-changing lessons. Sometimes, a small shift in perspective can make a huge difference in someone's life. Thank you for watching. Remember, small changes can lead to big results.